presents to you Andrea's Country Home Cooking. This month we are going to bring to you a Valentine's Day meal for two or for your whole family. We're going to make lasagna roll-ups and white chocolate covered strawberries. Come join me in my kitchen and let me walk you through these awesome recipes. We are going to start by frying our meat. So I bought 2 pounds of ground beef. You can choose 80-20, 90-10, whatever you prefer. I'm going to turn it on to medium. We're going to mix it up a little bit, and I am going to make extra for in my freezer. This recipe is fantastic for a freezer meal. So I did 2 pounds. If you are vegetarian, you don't have to add the meat. That's what's great about this recipe. If you are not a huge meat person but you like meat, then do 1 pound. So we're going to let this simmer and cook for a few minutes. So as our meat is simmering, starting to cook, we're gonna get an onion chopped up. Just a small onion. You're gonna get your layers off. Nobody likes these thick layers in their onions. All right, if you don't like onions, guys, don't freak out. This just gives your meat some flavor. If you don't use it, you're not gonna get the flavor. So I just put it in my chopper. I'm gonna get a couple pumps. You don't want your onions too chunky. Nice, thin, coarse pieces. It'll look like that. And then we are going to dump it in to our meat. All right. Oh, guys, this meat is already starting to smell fantastic. Okay, we're going to give her more of a stir. And then you're gonna let this cook for another probably like 5 to 7 minutes. Right, our meat is just about cooked. I'm gonna put in a half a teaspoon of minced garlic. Stir that in your meat. And cook it like 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, at this point, our meat is cooked. Our garlic's in there. It smells amazing in here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the sauce. But at this stage, if your meat needs drained, go ahead and drain the fat off of it. And then we're gonna add sauce. Now, I have Prego. This is a 67-ounce jar. But the recipe calls for 26. So I'm just gonna eyeball this, dump in about half of this jar. All right, that looks great. I'm gonna give it a good stir. And at this point, we're gonna turn our stove down to low. And the key to this is to let this simmer as long as you can. I like to get it to simmer at least an hour. But if you can only do 20 to 30 minutes, that's fine. The longer you let this sit and cook with the onion and the garlic and the sauce, the better your meat is gonna taste. So we're gonna let this sit and simmer, and we're gonna start getting our cheese mixture ready now. While our meat is simmering, we're gonna focus on our filling. So we have 3 cups of shredded mozzarella. We're not gonna use all 3 cups. You're gonna wanna save a cup for when it's done cooking. So put like 2 cups. We're a very happy cheese family. We love cheese, so I'm all about like extra mozzarella cheese in the filling for this. Next up, we have 30 ounces of cottage cheese that we're gonna use. You can use whatever percentage that you and your family enjoy. You're gonna dump that in with your mozzarella cheese. Okay. We have a half a cup of Parmesan cheese that we are gonna dump in with our cottage cheese. So I hope you guys like cheese. And who doesn't love a good lasagna? So we're gonna add a little bit of pepper with this. About like half a teaspoon or so, teaspoon. Depends on whatever much you like, you know, pepper. All right. Next, we're gonna add oregano or Italian seasoning, whatever you prefer. Oh, it's looking so good already. And of course we need the egg to help pull all the cheese mixture together and to help it stick. We're gonna give it a really good mix. All right, it's getting all mixed up here and the meat is smelling absolutely divine. You wanna give your meat a couple stirs every now and then also, so it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pan. All right, our filling is ready, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick it in the refrigerator until we're ready to assemble our lasagna roll-ups. We filled our pot full of water and added some salt. We're gonna turn it on high to get it to a full boil. And while we're doing that, we're gonna stir our meat that's simmering over here one more time. I have a whole box of lasagna noodles that I bought. We're gonna place this into our boiling water. And we're gonna let these cook about like 8 to 10 minutes until they get nice and soft. And at this point in time, you wanna get your oven ready and preheat it at 350 before we get to assemble our lasagna roll-up. Whoa. Our meat is cooked, it's simmered for 45 minutes. We have our cheese mixture ready to go. We are ready to assemble, and this is the fun part, because this is not your average lasagna casserole. This is such a fun recipe. So we have our noodles, they turn out really nice. Now some of them, you know, you do a whole box because some of them are gonna be cracked and stuff. You wanna have nice flat noodles. So we're going to first get some meat, and just put it in our 8x8 casserole dish. So we can put our lasagna roll-ups right on top of our meat mixture. See how thick this meat turned out to be? It's gorgeous, it smells good, and it is full of flavor. You guys are gonna love it. And if you're vegetarian, just get some sauce and put on the bottom, so that way your lasagna noodles won't stick. So just take like 2 cups of sauce and put it on the bottom. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our cheese sauce, our cheese mixture, and you're gonna put it all down your noodle. You don't wanna get it too stuffed because then it will all fall out. So leave like a little bit of edge at the ends. All right. And we're gonna take it and we're gonna roll it up nice and tight. Look how beautiful that is. And then we're gonna place it in on top of our meat. You're gonna keep doing this till all your lasagna noodles are filled up. I'm also going to show you guys a little extra tip that my family enjoys that you can add because we are meat lovers in this family. All right. So when you roll it, just tuck it real tight. And there's number 2. All right, so we're going to fit about probably like 4 to 6 lasagna roll-ups in this casserole dish. And my kids and my family love meat, so we are gonna add a little bit of extra spice to the lasagna roll-ups. Once you get your cheese mixture down here, well, you're gonna add a couple pieces of pepperoni. You're gonna just put it right on top of your cheese, right down the middle. Then you're gonna roll it up just as you would without the pepperoni in it. Nice and tight. And put it right next to your ones that don't have pepperoni, okay? Now we're gonna take the rest of our Prego sauce that we have, and you're just gonna cover each roll up with a little bit of sauce. Because when it cooks, you don't want your noodles to burn. You want them to be nice and moist. There we go. Oh, guys, look how beautiful that looks. All right, then to top it off, we're gonna add more meat. So we're gonna get our little measuring cup and flop just a little bit of meat on the top. All right. Look how gorgeous that looks. There you have lasagna roll-ups, 2 cheese, 2 pepperoni. We're gonna pop it in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes. And When they're almost done cooking, we're going to top with the rest of our mozzarella cheese. Now we're going to start our sweet, tasty treat to go with our Valentine's Day dinner. So we're making chocolate covered strawberries. I chose white chocolate, and I washed my strawberries, and make sure you dry them off. That's really important because you want your chocolate to stick to your strawberries. So you're going to get a strawberry. You're going to hold the greens in your hand, dip your strawberry down in, and just kind of twirl it around like so. Get up there as much as you can and let the extra drip off. And we're going to place it on a waxed cookie sheet, and then we're going to pick some fun sprinkles. Look how fun these hearts are. And you want to do this before it dries. You're going to grab your next strawberry. You're going to do the same thing. Because if we're having a fancy romantic dinner with our husband, we of course each want at least 3. All right, and we're gonna add more hearts. And there you have easy white chocolate covered strawberries. So our lasagna roll-ups are done and ready to eat, and it smells absolutely fantastic in here. This is a perfect Valentine's meal for you and your honey, for you and a friend, for you and your family. You make it what you want to make it. Dinner 2, dinner 4. This is the way to go. Like I said, these freeze great, so if you have extra, pop them in the freezer. We just bake these for 30 to 40 minutes at 350. If they're frozen, do it for 1 hour. I hope you guys enjoy this and that you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Join us again next month for a tasty winter treat. It's going to be cheeseburger soup and my famous garlic cheese bread. Thanks for watching.